And without further ado, I'll hand over to Ms. Angela Klepak. Angela is one of our directors on our board, but also has a responsibility of being the chair of our technical committee. So it's her gig today. So Angela, over to you.
Thank you for that, Terry. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the 2022 Australian Technical Committee Seminar. So I'd firstly like to start by acknowledging the traditional owners of the lands on which we are meeting. I'd like to pay my respect to their elders past, present and emerging. My name's Angela Klepak. As Terry said, I'm the Australian Technical Committee Chairperson, and I'm really very pleased to actually be here today and welcome everyone, each and every one of you, for being able to actually make the effort and be here in person today. I think after the last couple of years of being in lockdown and having COVID, it's been just really wonderful, even just this morning, just to be able to walk around and meet and greet everybody and face to face and say hello. So thank you very much for everybody for making an effort and being here today. Okay, so as mentioned, so the 2022 Australian Technical Seminar this year is a face-to-face event. It's running here in Sydney. We've got attendees here today from both Australia nationally, and we've also got attendees here from New Zealand. So again, thank you to all our New Zealand attendees for making the effort. It is a big trip, so thank you, Peter, and others in the room also. I guess the other thing I wanted to mention was that it is going to be a recorded event today. So if for any reason you feel that you need to go back and have a look through the presentations, absolutely, it'll be recorded. But the other thing also is I do encourage you to actually share the recordings with your colleagues. So after the event, the recording will be available on the CIGRE Australian website through a link, so we'll make sure that we actually provide that to you. So why are we here today? So the aim of the seminar today is very much to provide interested parties an overview of the technical activities undertaken by CIGRE Australia. It's also a real opportunity to promote the work that we actually do here in Australia, but also promote, the highlights of all the great work that we've done in 2002. So for those those individuals who are attending today, it's also important for you to be able to also hear firsthand from our own panel conveners about the work that they do and the opportunities that are presented there for others, whether it be yourselves or people within your own organisation or perhaps other colleagues who can actually participate as part of CIGRE. So lots of opportunities. Make sure as we go through the presentations that you're actually aware of, I guess there's working groups, there's tutorials, workshops, all sorts of things for members to actually be able to be able to attend and participate. So it's very much about providing that exposure and that visibility. So for today, each of the 16 panel conveners have prepared a presentation which presents information relevant to the Australian panel and study committees. Today we'll also have an overview of the study committee areas and also give key insights gained by the convener from participation in the 2012 Paris session. There will be, and again, like I said, there'll be opportunities to get involved through webinars, tutorials, working groups, all that visibility will be provided today. So I thought it is going to be a recorded session, and I think a lot of people here in attendance today probably do understand this structure of CIGRE, but it's important also just as a reminder, just how this is actually structured. So what is CIGRE? So CIGRE is a global technical forum for large electric machines. It was founded in 1921 in Paris, France. It is an international non-profit association that looks at promoting collaboration among subject matter experts. It's about sharing knowledge and joining forces to improve electric power systems of today and into the future. So today, globally, the global footprint, which includes a presence of over 90 countries and probably even close to 100 countries. So being part of CIGRE means that we've actually got that platform to be able to not just reach here nationally within Australia, but also be able to reach into our overseas counterparts and be able to also work in collaboration with them. So that's quite a big deal to be able to connect with those subject matter experts. So in Australia, we've organised our CIGRE technical activities to mirror the international structure of CIGRE. So this means we've got 16 Australian technical panels that mirror the 16 international study committees. So each one of our conveners, so each one of our Australian panel conveners have a representation on those study committee panels. So that means that each convener here today have got connections internationally, worldwide. So again, there's a worldwide information here today. So absolute technical subject matter experts who not only are subject matter experts within their own area, but have got that reach globally. Okay, so again, just as a reminder, and again, because it is being recorded, just, some of the benefits, and I'll just go through these just very high level, because there is a fair few words on those slides, but benefits of CIGRE. So it's an opportunity to collaborate and brainstorm with experts from across the globe. So I've mentioned that a few times. It's easy access and development of understanding of the industry, so state-of-the-art and best practice. It's an opportunity to problem solve in a non-competitive environment. So, being able to park all those commercial issues aside, but being able to connect with people and deal with the issues and the problems and come to a solution that we can reach in a positive manner. It's also about sharing experiences when major disasters occur in our networks, so that when those hopefully don't occur too often, but we can actually not only understand what the issue, what the problem is, but also be able to collectively understand what those lessons learned and make sure that we pick up on those lessons learned and ensure that going into the future and we don't make those same errors. It's very much about working with others, tackling big industry issues. So it's not just about the problems of today, but very much about the problems of the future. So being able to connect with CEOs, other big organisations, understanding what their problems are, tapping into what their issues, problems are, so that we can actually start working on trying to come up with solutions for those problems. It's about providing technical information for standardisation also. So what you'll find also, a lot of our Australian conveners have got direct access or perhaps already are Australian standard members, or perhaps IEC or IEEE members. So the work that CIGRE Australia does very much influences the standards that we actually develop in this country and internationally. So that connection between those groups is very much connected and works together. So just a couple more points as to the benefits of CIGRE. So it's about sharing of information, informally also about benchmarking against world best practice. So it's not just about accepting what we do when we go to work or work for or undertaking projects when we deliver. It's really about understanding what is best practice, how do we actually improve, how do we get better, how do we actually make it so that what we do deliver in the way is efficient. The benefits of CIGRE also is that it's got this unlimited amount of information through eCIGRE. So eCIGRE is an electronic database. It gives us information on all sorts of technical brochures, lecture articles and session papers. So I do encourage that people don't forget eCIGRE is in there. So please do make sure that you actually do use that system. There's a lot of information through there. Okay, so what have we got for the next 2 days? So up on that slide, so this is day one agenda. So for today, what you can see is we've divided the day into 3 sessions. So for each panel presentation, what I'll do is I'll provide a brief introduction for the panel convener that'll be coming up, and the panel convener will come up and do their presentation. What you'll see as part of each session, so as part of each session, the first session, we've got the A's and the D's panels doing their presentations, but straight after that there'll be also an opportunity to ask questions. So please do listen, write down your questions, don't forget them, because straight after that we've got about 10-15 minutes allocated for question time also, and that'll occur after each one of the 3 sessions. The other thing I wanted to make mention was also at 11 a.m. we have a special presentation from Alex Cruikshank, who's our convener of Study Committee C5, and he'll be providing a presentation on international activities and also plans for the 2003 Cannes Symposium. So you'll hear a lot about the Cannes Symposium also, but that's probably one of our next really very big events here that will be held here in Australia. So, and it's we're trying to get as much international exposure on that one also. At 2:10, there's also been a change in the agenda, just to highlight. We'll be actually undertaking a cans draw. So Terry Killen will be organising this, but for all the early birds who've actually submitted synopsises for the CAN Symposium, so all your names have gone into a hat, and there'll be a draw, and basically the winner will get a free registration for the CANS event. So good luck for that. At 2:20 or 2:40, sorry, we've also got technical recognition awards, and then we'll do a wrap up for the day. And so today very much I'll be facilitating the session. I'll also have Alex and Terry Killen assisting with some of the presentations, but obviously all our conveners are up here also presenting. So day two, part of the presentations, just wanted to make mention that so tomorrow morning we've actually got a presentation by Les Brand. So he is the Managing Director of Amplitude Consultants, and he's also just been recently promoted from Director of CIGRE through to Treasurer at CIGRE on the board. So he'll be doing a presentation on high voltage DC technologies and applications. So that's for tomorrow morning. Then we'll have an early lunch tomorrow, followed by a technical walking tour down at the Transgrid Haymarket 330 kV GIS substation. So that's what's planned for tomorrow. So just very quickly, again,
there's been much discussion on the CANS International Symposium, which will be held in...
Sorry about that. I won't go through that slide because it seems like there's a bit of overriding on it, but most definitely from the CANS Symposium, you'll be hearing more about the CAN Symposium, but more importantly, I just wanted to highlight that the synopsis for the CAN Symposium is actually closing tomorrow. So we do have a lot of synopses that have already been submitted, but I do encourage you to actually, put in that half-page Word document, submit it through the CIGRE website, but the closing date is tomorrow, so I encourage yourselves and your colleagues to actually, to be able to actually submit those synopses. So, but again, like I said, you'll be hearing more about the CAN Symposium throughout the day. So before we commence with the day's activities, I just wanted to again thank everybody for your attendance today. I do encourage you to actually do listen, do take your questions. We're very lucky here that, we're post-COVID. We're able to be here face-to-face, present, and, the opportunity to be able to actually speak to our conveners face-to-face is absolutely fantastic. So please, stay attentive, ask questions, and our conveners are here to actually ask your questions. So